Good morning. Don't adjust. We're starting here today because Terea said we are. Then we will go over to painting. How are we all doing today? Normally we don't for painting, but that's okay. We can start here today. Terea, how you doing today? Let's go Avian, Ravenlord, William, hello. I kind of like this because then I can read chat and say hello to everyone, and then we hop over. Oh, Saren, hello. We've also got Titan, hello. Will, I think I said hello. Riot, hello. How are we all doing today? Do not adjust. You're on the right spot. We're not video gaming. Not yet. Tomorrow. What is hiding Pika? What isn't for? Oh, it's my tower fan. I forgot to move it after I worked out yesterday. I didn't mean to hide him. I'm not hiding Piccolo. I just forgot to move my fan. Amazing. Do we like starting here, chat? Do we like taking a moment? Okay, well, before I swap over, we're working on this today. We're going to work on this little guy. We're going to work on our Ancient today. And I did work on the Imperial Fist a bit more. I'll show them more when I hop over there. And yeah, that's what we got. He's innocent for the awesome. Well, yeah, we can start here more. I agree with her. Oh, we like it. Okay, we can change it up. It's pretty easy. We can change it. But for now, let's hop over to the old painting desk. Okay, so this is what we got. We've got Ancient, and then I was going to show you guys. I went ahead and I did all silver because I think it looks better. So here is where we're at for the rest of the boys. So they're coming along. I did a little bit more work on them last night. I'll probably do a bit more today. But that's where we're at so far. But hello, Asnabal, hello. How we doing? My Twitch died as stream started. Good job, Twitch. No, you is no you. If I could spam my emote, I would. No, you. What is everyone up to today? What have we got, chat? While I try and get colors. I will be honest, I'm not completely prepared because I was watching the Nintendo thing right before this. I do have my husband on my shirt, yeah. I feel weird now wearing the Dragon Ball shirts after I get the tattoos. Because, like, I had the shirts and stuff first. Like, but now it's a lot. I don't know, chat. Is it too much? The shirts are really comfy, so I'm gonna keep wearing them. At least for now. They're really comfy, though, so I don't want to get rid of them. But it may be too much. I'm excited. Once the lads are done, we'll play a 1,500-point game. Let's go. My plan, Titan, is I'll probably start working on the other units kind of end of week here. So get a good start on these, and then I'll swap over to the others. Let me pull up. I got a picture of our blade guards. We can match as we go here. Okay, so red on the cloth. Cool. And baggy Goku pants. The tattoos just mean you can dual rep your love things. Thank you, Terea. Thank you. But says trying to not be annoyed by work stuff. You guys are mentioning the pants. The place that I do order my shirts from they're like the joggers, and I think they have Shenron on them. They're like bright red and they're really tempting. They're a little pricier, but the quality is really nice from their stuff. So maybe. Like someone wear a cheese head while eating cheese. They just like cheese. DBZ tat shirt. Gotta get the DBZ pants. Flex the whole wardrobe. Just go all in. Chat. Thank you. Thank you for enabling me. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's Lai. Hello. How are you? What about cool new combos like DBZ plus Vulcan or Space Puppers? Done deal. Let's combine all of the things. All of the things. DBZ kicks? There are the people that do those like custom, like the vans and stuff where they actually do like the painting on them. Get me some of those. Go all out. All out. There's an ancient cheese head at Goodwill the other day and I resisted buying it. My dad had a cheese head hat because we lived in Wisconsin for a little bit. And he has some of the hats. He also is a fan of the Nebraska college team, which has a corn hat. So he had both, a cheese hat and a corn hat. I see Nikki and Goku doing either MC Hammer Dance or the whole opposite of the track by Paula Abdul. I know the song. I don't know the dance. like what they were wearing, but you know the song. This is why I have an iPad, Avian. For that type of thing right there. I ask everyone I know if they know the squeaky cheese. So far, yeah, the South is not gonna know squeaky cheese. Yeah. They won't know squeaky cheese. Wisconsin, your ancestral homeland, the land of my mother. We lived in Janesville for a little bit. That's where my brother was born. I was very young. I vaguely remember our house layout, and that's kind of what I remember, because I was pretty young. But we lived there for a bit. The Nebraska Cornhuskers. Your dad has good taste in college football. Yep. I mean, anything with a big corn hat is gonna be a winner, you know? That's just a winner. I'm surprised the South does not go all into squeaky cheese. It's not a thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and get them on a stand. Because we've got a character, we're gonna be moving pretty quick, so let's go ahead and pop them on here. What are you guys up to today? While I babble on about corn hats. What are you guys up to? Oh. I was watching the Nintendo Direct. I'm not a big Nintendo person. I didn't grow up playing a lot of Nintendo, but there's even a lot of cool stuff in there that I'm excited for. So they're doing remasters of Dragon Quest 1 through 3, which is pretty insane. That Ace Attorney Investigations that I think Noob mentioned last week, it's been in Japan only. It's now coming to the Switch. So we picked the best time to start Ace Attorney. What else was on there? There's a new game from the Danganronpa people. Obviously, there's new Mario. There's a new Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda. Yeah, there's some cool stuff if you guys want to check that out. Mikey, welcome in. How are you? I went there to visit my cousins a lot when I was a kid. Mostly remember the water park and the tornado warnings. That's fair. Dairy cows are kept away from the rubber ducks. Prevents the milk from being exposed to squeaks. In utter row. Oh no. Oh. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of that, make sure you watch the catch up on the Nintendo. There's a new Mario Party. What were some of the other more Nintendo things? It looked like a new Metroid at the end. I admit I didn't watch all of that because I was getting ready for stream. What am I missing? Anyone else watch it? Ray, hello, how are you? Video games are over. Metroid Prime 4 announced. There you go. Yeah, I had to get up and get a few things ready for stream, so I didn't watch that whole thing. But there is a lot of cool stuff in the Nintendo Direct. So check that out if you're interested. I think my little Switch Lite's gonna get a lot of use here. I was trying to pick up that 13 Sentinels game yesterday, and GameStop won't let me use my reward points, and I was getting very upset. It's like $10 off. I gotta figure that out today. Get my game. I'm gonna have to buy a Switch. I really like the Switch. We have both. So we have the full one that hooks up to the TV. And then I have a Lite as well, which I really love. As the name suggests, very light and easy to play for a long period of time. I like my Switch. Hey, Rats, welcome in. I know, Miles Edgeworth release. I'm very excited. I thought about it. It's like, okay, well, if we stream that means I do have to move the big Switch in here. And find wherever heck I put my capture card. But we can figure it out, I think. We can figure it out. I'm never getting these custodies. Well, I don't know. We're gonna have Scott, but I do like the Switch. Can recommend. So there's a lot of good games on there. Especially here as we get to the end of the Switch life cycle here. There's just so much to catch up on if you wanted to. Wish Drop Shots had an assault ramp. Turn 1 deep striking 6 blade guard with an ancient. Lieutenant just sounds so cool. Does sound pretty cool. Pretty badass. Sorry. If there's times where I go quiet, chat, it's because I don't want to get anything on this white armor. White armor isn't bad. Painting around white armor is kind of stressful. So, especially with red. So if I go quiet, I'm sorry. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I think we did it though. Oh wait, we got the other side of his front. Games that being difficult. It was the website wouldn't let me redeem it. And unfortunately that game is not at our local one. So like I have to do it online. But it wasn't redeeming my thingy. Which is weird because I've done it before and have no problems, so I don't know. Maybe the system was just being weird yesterday. Mentor, welcome back in. How are ya? Oh, my headset didn't charge for work, so I'm scrambling to find a stopgap for it. I'm sorry. I hope you can get something worked out there. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome in. We are working on... So this is the different color scheme. We are doing Hospitallers to match the Bladeguard we did. So these won't be the yellow, these will be the white. And we will do the bright yellow trims on the shoulder here in just a little bit. And we've got the cool decals still, so we can throw one of those on his shield here. All right. Now we've got Mario and Luigi game look really cool. I didn't grow up playing a lot of Mario, so I am happy for those that are like, oh yeah, they're remaking that. And it's like, I don't really know what the game's about other than it's Mario and Luigi running around. But glad there's new ones for those that like it. Just got a Games Workshop email about Chaos Gate for some reason. Oh, I don't know. Francis and Lunar, Aya, please stay on your base. I'll look Luke here. He's still fighting her a little bit here. Right. I'll go ahead and get our purities. I'm gonna go ahead and just block out all the things I know, and then we'll check our reference for making sure we match our last guys. I don't have other Fist successor chapters. Oh, I want painted. Yeah, I don't know successor chapters very well. I don't even know if there's... I am sure there are other cool, like, color schemes, but I don't know off the top of my head. Would you basically do, like, units, kind of like you did the Bladeguard? Is that the thought? Because that is a fun way to do it. For Last Wall Protocol vibe, that's cool. Hey, Waffle Warrior, welcome in. Never seen read on Imperial Fist successor chapter. So this one is. So we've been working on kind of the standard regular Imperial Fist. This is a Hospitaller, which is a successor chapter. Yeah. Welcome on in. How are ya? We did some Bladeguard in this scheme, and he's going to be matching them. So just adding on to that. What are you up to today? What's everyone working on today, actually? What projects have we got, chat? These will be mine for today. I finally got the Empire get to go home. I got final photos for them yesterday, so they're going to go home. Which means we are full on Thousand Sun and Imperial Fist now. Which is exciting. Focus a little bit more. Finally started by oh, the Fae keyword. Some Finley-esque models even for Malifaux. Yeah. I feel like some factions still have the... Especially if you have one that has a lot of the older models, those can be rough. I had that with some of my, I think the monks for older models. You have lemon cement? Smells better, but it's a lot slower to act. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, right? Hospitallers are basically Space Knights Templar. Despite the Black Templars being Knights Hospitaller. Just switchies. Like a Iceland, Greenland situation here. Fireforge, hello! Working on Samurai and oh, Bakemono list. Very nice. Scott is getting us set up to play tomorrow, and I'm very excited. Because he has the day off. So I think once I wrap up stream, he's wanting to get a game in. So he's got, he picked up some terrain. If anyone else needs to pick up Bushido terrain, check out our friend over at Fireforge. He picks them up, got all that built. He was a building machine, getting all that together. I think we get to play tomorrow. I must face the bears, that's right. Gotta figure out how I got my cheat sheet made. I'm very excited. Thank you, noob, for annoying me until I got that done. Let's see if I've been chosen to get finished between calls at work. Let's go. Scroll up here. Hey, Violines, welcome in. You do the details before the base color. Base color is on. He's going to be white. So this is the Hospitallers, which have white armor, not the yellow. Welcome on in. How are ya? Let's see, working on selling my Death Guard in the 40K terrain, make some money for other plastic wrap. I'm going for Gundams. Very nice. It is nice when hobby can fund hobby. We try to do that as well. You're not spending a whole lot extra. Duh bears, that's right. Emma's face, duh bears. Aw, yeah, I'm planning to go to the meetup next month. I think I will probably swing by. I probably won't play in it, but I'd like to go hang out. Let's see, the wolf tutors have these curved knives. Oh, one he keeps in his mouth, the knife of a separate bit. Oh, they aren't Imperial Fists, but soul drinkers look really cool. So I need to do some research on my pet project, and a Hammerfall bunker turned into a plasma generator terrain piece. I want to have it so it has electronics there where it lights up. That'd be cool. Let's see, it's basically a citrus extract. To me, it makes some. I use it because normal plastic cement burns my nose right by. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was an option. Interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think like if the to me is bothered. The super glue, I know. If I have a day where I'm doing like a lot of bases or things like that, the super glue definitely gets to me. I definitely make sure I've got like the fan going and all the extra precautions on super glue day. All right, let me check out what your purity seals look like. Did we just do normal? Oh, we did red. Okay. Okay, we can do that. I couldn't remember if we did the standard pink or if we went red. We went red. Just use the bears to throw our fox people around. I'm hoping I can just hop away from you. So you got a homebrew chapter I'm working on. Dark Angel Successor calls the Judges of Redemption. There's so many chapter-specific kits I can use as Greeblies and kit bashes. That's always fun, yeah. Would you rather face a man with bears in the woods or bears with a man in the woods? A man with bare arms. Ravenlord has made his choice. Well, I look for Mephisto in red. Gonna lurk for a while for work. Enjoy. I hope work goes well. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. We also need to get our yellow onto our ballot. Oh, the other thing I need to work on today is my Kingdom Death Lady, because I want to get her done. I need to get her silly parasol back on and highlighted. We could do more on her, but I think I'm just ready to call her done, get some photos. Get her hopefully done for the old newsletter. That's the hope, and kind of why I want to call her done soon. How big do you think a suit of Fallout power armor would have to be to fit on a Space Marine? I mean, however big the Space Marine armor is. I feel like every time I hear a number on how tall they are, it changes a little bit, but however big their armor is. I thought we had more purity seals. The waist is under that armor. Okay, we're good then. All right. I think all that up top is gold, but I'm going to look up this model just to be surezies. All right, here we go. Gold and skelly bits. Definitely want some Executioner Marines, just don't know what unit. Celestial Lions, Red Templar Outriders. That'd be cool. First for premieres, yeah. How many coconuts? African or European? Space Marine recruits measure their height on the wall like parents do their kids. You grew 5 inches since your last implant. Good job. I bet they do. I bet they do. You could start putting it on the terrain pieces. Your Marines growing up. Apparently, Scott, the lemon shells arrived melted. I'm trying to remember when he told me that, but apparently, yeah. They arrived melted. It's messed up. So I don't know what the lemon chill plan is now. Will, are you gonna try again? Do we complain? I think we complain. I hope you put in like a ticket for the lemon chills. Or a refund or something. Now we have one big lemon drop. See, Decker, how are you today? Welcome in. But I hope you get an actual lemon chill here. I got my money back there in the freezer. Okay. I think my concern is I don't know if you're going to get the right texture when you're able to eat them. Because they have a very, specific texture, which is why I like them so much. And I'm wondering if you're going to get that as they, refreeze here. Just catching up here. I don't know if they'll ice block or so. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get the slushy texture that lemon chills have. And that makes me a little sad. You'll get the flavor, I'm sure, but the texture is where it's at. I'm glad you got your money back, though. Really frustrating. Can I play with keyword Nikki? My arm gets to play with the Kamehameha? Yes. It's funny you say that, Toria, because I'm going to make I think the monks I want to paint them as the Dragon Ball, the Z Fighters. I was trying to decide how far I want to go, if I want to do, head swaps or... Because we've already painted Shenron, one of the dragons I have painted as Shenron. So, I kind of want to make a little Z Fighter squad. And I just hadn't figured out exactly how I want to do it yet. Maybe revisit here. I'd love to see a DBZ army. It's a Malifaux crew for me. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we revisit here. Because the thought was well, I could 3D print some heads. I could figure this out. I just didn't know if I wanted to. Your corpse markers be Yamcha? He's my scenario markers, yeah. Noob found one at the store that was Yamcha. Poor guy. It'd be a fun project to follow. Alright, I'm gonna get him out, chat. I had started planning. I was well, I don't know how far I want to go. I don't know if I want to bother with printing. It's you know what? It's time. It's time. We figured this out. Yamcha doesn't deserve this, but it's still funny. Oh, that's fine. I haven't looked into it, Titan, because I just do the heresy stuff for my wolves, so I have not personally looked into it. Chat, do you know anyone else who does custom decals? I know Fallout Hobbies has some, but they can take forever, and they've goofed up some projects in the past, so I don't really recommending them, but I know that they have more decals. That's the first one that pops in my head. But chat, if you know anyone else that does more custom decal stuff, let us know. But that would probably be the first place I send you. The only question I have is, are you DBZ Pan fan? We don't get a lot of Pan in Z. She's very cute, though. She's very cute. I'd like more of Little Pan. They get more in Super. Sorry. Giant pop. Distracted me. Panda, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I'd like more Little Pan. In Super, she's great. GT, not so much. GT, not so much. But GT in general, not so much. Pop Goes the Monkey does the shoulder prints. Yeah, if you wanted actual sculpted, I would check out Pop Goes the Monkey. Those are nice. I've used those. Well, Hobbies has a subscription service they just stopped adding to 4 months in, but kept billing for. I think that's even something new than what I'd heard like another time. So yeah, I feel like the list just gets longer for Stellar Mass. Welcome in. We got Space Moinis today. How are you? What you up to today? This is a Hospitaller, so this is a successor chapter that's going to be joining the rest of our Imperial Fists. So there's both color schemes. They will be getting resin bases a bit later. But for now, just cruising along on painting. What you up to today? Yeah, GT was not... I watched it for completion's sake, but not good. Not good. And then we have a new Dragon Ball this fall. Daima is coming out, which was going to be like an anniversary project, but obviously now it's the last thing we get with Toriyama, so I will be watching for sure. Will be bittersweet when it comes out here, I think. How's it going today? Pretty good, Panda. I was watching the Nintendo thing earlier, and now we're picking some Imperial Fists. It's not a bad day at all. What are you up to? I wanted to like GT. I tried really hard to like GT. There's elements I do like. I think some of the ideas were really cool. But the execution was, yeah, kind of garbo. I'm glad I watched it as such a Dragon Ball fan, but would I recommend it? No. Unless you're like me and you just, yeah, you need the completion's sake. No. Pretty sure you can get those from Amazon? Not Amazon. Ah, dang, I just saw the Metroid 4 trailer. Let's see, it looks like Death Ray Designs and Mighty Brush do custom decals. There you go. There's a couple more to check out. Since I've switched cheese, GT was an older one. Yeah, it was before Super came out. Toriyama was not super involved. It was just they wanted another show out. And you can tell. You can tell. Maybe I'll send back the last batch. Have you magnetize the bases? I'm nervous of drilling them. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe with the next batch or something. Yeah, we can do that. No worries. The other thought I had, and we'd have to adjust the quote a tiny bit. You mentioned that they were popping off the base. We can also pin them to the bases. So if you want to think about that as well. I would just add on for the extra time to do that. But that's a thought too, if you're worried about Kitty Cat knocking them off bases. So I'd actually be pinning their feet into the base, just to clarify. So something to think about there too, if you're worried about Kitty Cat. Mayhaps, yeah, just thought I'd throw it out there in case you want to think about it. Who was the baddie in GT? There were several arcs, yeah. Well, GT is not even in the timeline, so it's not canon. There's some cool ideas in it, but it's not canon and it's not great. Yeah, there's a few different arcs. You've got babies in there, you got Super 17, you've got like the Shadow Dragon Balls. GT stands for Get Tossed Out. Wow. Silvermass says, Emperor, help me. I have 30 more Heresy Marines to apply decals on. You got this. Stay strong. Decals are tedious work, but you got this. Think how good they're gonna look when you get them all on. I'm sending energy your way, though. I also don't like decal days. Alright, there's that. Let's start to get some of our silver. like the idea that the characters overused the Dragon Balls. The final arc was them paying for it. Yeah, I think it was, again, some cool ideas, but the way they did it was not great. Maybe it was a good baddie when Vegeta got taken over. Yeah, I think that's probably the highlight of GT. That's probably about it. I feel like Vegeta in general had some kind of neat stuff, like with the family as well. He had some cool stuff, but the rest was kind of bad. Hey Thomas, welcome in. What's your best tip to paint the best yellow? So one will depend on what kind of yellow, and I say that because we're gonna have a couple different kinds. If you want a really, really bright yellow, undercoating with white can help you because it's easier to cover than black. It also kind of gives you that nice bright base coat to start off with. This yellow, if you're looking for more of a golden yellow to build up from, I start from brown. So this is actually over Mornfang brown, and then I build up to yellow, and you get a little bit more of those deeper shades and things like that. So kind of depending on the yellow will be a different starting point. Welcome on in, how are you? Wait, did I assign that? Hold on. Oh, okay, Dee Dee does have it on. Okay. I added it, but I didn't actually activate it because I forgot with the Nintendo thing. I'm so glad. Panda, thank you for the bits. And a giant owl. Vegeta's mustache was the best thing about GT? Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Oh, I think maybe a little frowned upon or even learned. Maybe a little bit. I already do that. We possibly get them returned for the next batch is also painted. Give you the next batch and the blade guard. Basically, for paint the third wave, you do the bases. Maybe. I'm thinking... I don't want to go up just for that, because it's almost not worth my time, if that makes sense. Because the work only takes, like I complete it in the afternoon, and then I have to turn around and take it back, is what I'm thinking through there. We can figure something out. I don't want to immediately turn back and have to go to the store again, if that makes sense. At that point, you're like, it's like barely paying for my gas. Yeah. We can figure something out, though, for sure, yeah. Did Veggie get the soap opera evil twin mustache? Look it up, Avian. It's pretty great. I don't want to deprive you of Vegeta mustache. It's pretty great. And then, basically, his daughter calls him lame, and he shaves it off. It's really funny. Hey! Avian, thank you so much for the bits. And the owl. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. More owls coming your way, chat. Oh, yeah, the mustache. That's right. It's pretty great. But yeah, I don't want to deprive you of that, Avian. You should definitely have a look. I can't describe the mustache well enough. You need to see it for yourself. Wait, I'll figure this out? Figure out what? The mustache? Or the owl? What are we figuring out, Avian? Going to a meeting, so I'll lurk with this. I go burnt. Meeting go burnt. Panda, thank you so much for the bits. For the burnt. We'll see you after meeting. So it should be down where you have your bits and your channel points. There should be new options to gigantify is what you're looking for. And then you will pick the emote and it does the bits and sends the emote. So it should be down there with your bits and stuff. They added the gigantify. There's a couple like chat, or like a highlights your chat. And then there's an on-screen celebration also, which unfortunately I can't see on OBS, but you guys will be able to see on stream. Sorry, I'm looking for more metallics here for our Skelly boy. Okay, I think the rest is scaly. Tiny bit here. Alright, and I also got the halo. That'll match our blade guard. And I need to see, I don't remember how I did those on our previous, so I think I do them a little bit different for every army I've done blade guard for. I'm big in the emotes, that's right. We never got to see the Vegeta mustache go Super Saiyan. Aw. We have to go back. We have to revive GT just for... We have to go back. Let's see, what is everyone else watching? We watched the second X-Files movie last night. It was fine. We realized, okay, so season 9, I guess the finales, where we were watching them, I guess combined them. So we thought we had another episode left, but I got in there and no, we didn't. We're like, all right, heck it, it's movie time. And so we watched it. It was fine. Exhibit is in it. We apparently did finish. We thought we had one more episode left. But no, it just ends weird. So we've now finished OG X-Files, and we've watched the I Want to Believe movie, which means we just have the revival seasons left. We'll start those here at some point. Movie was alright. I don't have high hopes for the revival stuff, but we'll watch it. I mean, we survived season 9, so we'll give the revival stuff a watch. I thought today was Wednesday. I was confused, because that's not Dead Space. All good, Fly. I'm glad you're here. Tomorrow we will Dead Space, though. So, reminder chat, tomorrow's video game day. We're playing the Dead Space remake. I've never played Dead Space, so it should be fun. I kind of, sort of know what I'm getting myself into, but not really. Either way, it'll be fun. So you guys can come hang out for that. I feel like I Want to Believe. Just a standalone story. No conspiracy. Kind of creepy. Yeah. It was pretty creepy. Trying to think. Yeah, like what we were memeing on. I like that it had kind of all the classics. We got all the lines in there. Everyone did their thing. Rival Season 1 is good. 2 is bleh. That's fair. We will report back as we watch. Probably won't be until, well, I was going to say later this week, but later this week is Elden Ring, so I don't know when we will watch. But when we do, I will report back. First movie is meh for me, so I skipped the second. I think I like the first one more. First one was just like absolute insanity, and it was kind of fun. I mostly like that it barely gets mentioned after, also. I didn't even know there were 2 movies. Yep. There's one between, oh goodness, so season 4 and 5. And then this one is between 9 and 10. So I guess before they decided to revive it, they did the movie. That's okay, I know what you're getting into. I'm expecting creepy, and I'm expecting jump scares. That's fine. It's whatever. Alright. I think we got our silver, at least for now. I know we need the belt buckle, but I'll do the belt first. I always forget the fabric goes up onto the cowl. Let me get that real quick before I forget again. I always think that's armor, but it's not. Stayed away from the second movie. Like, it was fine. I mean, I know you watch enough bad movies that you would be fine watching. It was okay. Which one is one where Scully got abducted to aliens to the North Pole? The first one, yeah. Fight the future. That's the first one. I thought that one was fun. It was wild. Oh, between 5 and 6. There we go. I knew it was around 5, but I didn't remember which way. Alright, there's that. I guess we can start our scaly. Trying to get all of our base coats first, and then we'll start diving in. Try something similar to the X-Files for Nikki and myself. Nothing is close, or things I've already seen. I feel like Fringe was the other one that people said was close. Yeah, I will probably take a break after we finish. But as someone who doesn't watch a lot of TV, the fact that I just watched 9 seasons of something back to back is honestly a miracle. So I'll take a little break. Play some video games before I start anything else. What cryptid nonsense with my aliens? That's fair. I do think I prefer more of the cryptid stuff. I think it's more interesting. Like, every time they had, like, an actual, like, folklore type thing. Those episodes are my favorite. Where you, like, pull in the local lore and stuff. I think that's fun. Very tedious, formulaic. 9 seasons of roughly hour-long episodes. Yeah, like, it's, as someone who doesn't watch a lot of TV, that was a lot. It's a lot. I kind of like, I like a little break. I got a bully slam to play more Monster Hunter with me, so. Take a break here. Also need to get back to One Piece, so. I feel like that'll become my time here as we finish X-Files. Getting back to One Piece. What is everyone else watching? I still need to watch House of the Dragon. I didn't watch the episode the other night. I forgot because we were trying to figure out where we were in X-Files. I think he just wants to laugh at Slam? Yeah. But I do that no matter what we're doing, so. I can do that with any activity we do. Bees, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on a Hospitaller, so some successor chapter for the Imperial Fists. Trying to get this Ancient to match the Bladeguard we did a little while back. That's, sorry, Reds. That's what I'm actually using, is One Piece. Yeah. I am in the Water 7 arc right now. But I did like a whole bunch one weekend and then I put it back down. So, I'll get back to it. I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's a lot of episodes. Even when enjoying it, it's a lot. One day. One day I will catch up. Well, and apparently Scott has wanted to watch Sailor Moon with me, and I didn't know that. So now that I know, I think we're going to start Sailor Moon at one point. Probably after we finish Furrin together. Hop into some Sailor Moon. Because I haven't watched it since I was little. Big Boss, welcome in! How are ya? Probably watching Blacklist. That's a fun mind number. I feel like I've heard of that. I need to look that one back up. My wife and I are taking the week and watching, the John Wick movies, which we're enjoying, but they're getting progressively more bonkers. They are, yes. I don't think I saw the latest one, actually. But that's, yeah, I think I had heard that they're getting even more and more crazy. Wasted Mind, thank you so much for that sub for 47 months of powering up. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? Thank you, thank you. Ahmed, welcome in. Excellent work on your Imperial Fist so far. I'm busy creating a Common Rider-esque, praying mantis today from, unit in the Mantis Warriors. Welcome in. That sounds fun. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Here is, got our Hospitaller today, and then we got some Terminators also joining. We'll also have some Assault Intercessors and some Heavy Intercessors. So that's kind of the squad we've got here. Oh, and Inceptors. I keep forgetting the Inceptors. But we've got those joining as well. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Mantis Warriors is a fun, how many, I guess, what size force of Mantis Warriors do we have? feel like that's such a fun color scheme. And then making them Common Rider-esque. Love that. Hey, Netche, what a grim dark staff. It is a little bit, isn't it? How are you today? It is a bit. My friend and I have been watching the TV show. Oh, Silicon Valley. We started that. We didn't get super far on it. Yeah, sometimes even 26 episodes is a lot, let alone 1,000 plus. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, James Spader and a bunch of... Oh, okay, that is the one I'm thinking of. Okay. I recovered from my boar racing accident, or he put me into the wall. He likes to do that, doesn't he, Wasteland? He likes to do that. Well, I'm glad you're here. Glad recovery is going well. We're just very, very carefully painting around white power armor today. I love how John Wick stars revenge fantasy for a poor doggy to underground assassins world. It's great. They're very good. They're very fun. It does progressively get more bonkers though, for sure. I think I remember which one I watched. I was like, okay, like if they keep going bigger, like is it even John Wick anymore? Like how big is this thing gonna get? And I feel like there was one more after that, which is the one I don't think I've seen. But like what's that point, right? Let's see, Mascot 5 with a Phobos Armor Lieutenant. They'll be paired up with a Samurai Assault Units, Modified Infernus Marines, 2 different Dreadnoughts, and a Storm Speeder. Stormhawk Interceptor. What a mouthful! That's so cool, though. That is a cool, like, collection of stuff all together. We'll walk them in. I like the, bringing in the Samurai, too. That's cool. Alright, cleaned up. Hey, Ghost Guns, welcome in! How are you today? I feel like, you know, well, the first one's pretty serious, but the third one, they're leaning into the silliness a bit more. I will say, any show that kind of leans into it, like where they know, I have more fun with that, you know? Doing okay, are you pretty good here? We're just working on some more Imperial Fists today. Let me get my yellow out. Get this mixed challenge. I have the last little bit of this monument yellow that I love. But it is an older bottle, so I gotta revive it a little bit. Need to work on my nids, let's go. Which nids do we have on the table today? When his suit starts tanking everything, yeah. Let me look at our boys one more time here. Okay. I'm just gonna leave this up over here, I think, as a reference. I'm not left-handed, hold on. Okay. There we go, now I can see. We've got Venerine, Leapers, Neurogons, oh, and Tyrant Guards, nice. That is a lot of nuds. Welcome on in. I realized I never finished my Norn Emissary. We built it, and then I was like, you know what? I've painted enough nids for a little bit. And then we just never went back to it. So it's built. I may get it airbrushed and we may work on it here. I feel silly just leaving that in the backlog. It's such a cool new kit we got. It was just, I was working on so many nids with the release. But I didn't get to it. We should do that. Eve Battle, oh, and the 9th of July, getting them ready for that. Very cool. Do we feel good about time frame? Think you'll get them all done? I feel like you got plenty of time for that, right? Guess depends how many Neurogons you've got. Let's see, other than the base decorations, I am done. Curves and all, let's go. Glad you're able to get her together. I know she was giving you some trouble. No, oh, I'm too slow on painting. That's a good goal to have, though. I think having an event is a really good motivator. I know for a while with, like, during COVID, when the stores were shut down, a lot of people just kind of stopped painting because we didn't have events. I have noticed that now that events and everything are back in full swing, more people getting back to it. I'm gonna ask chat. Chat, are events something you try to put a little more effort toward? I feel like a lot of us have had that story of painting for a tournament or something, like the night before. I just so many fiddly bits. I dropped a piece of her hair at one point and I nearly panicked. I've been there. Yep. Yep. What did we do? Not one of these guys are facing for the arm. There's one. Looks like we did silver. How are none of your arms facing me? Brozo, hello, how are you? We talking minis, how are you? What are you picking up from the Nintendo Direct? Because I am super excited for the Ace Attorney. And Dragon Quest. Like, those are the ones that really got me excited. What were you gonna pick up? My chat also excited for new Metroid. Dragon Quest for me, Metroid Prime 4. Again, you start Dragon Quest. I started 11, and I was really enjoying it. I put it on my, like, handheld, though. And I think I need to put it on the PC to finish it. Unfortunately, it's just... The game is too powerful for my little handheld, so I can't play it for, like, a whole lot. Unless I'm, like, just powered into the wall. So I think I need to move my save over to the PC to finish it. The 100 Days one as well. Was that the Danganronpa one? I can't remember. As much as I love Danganronpa, I couldn't decide if I was interested in the new thing or not. That's the one? Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. It looked interesting, but I didn't know if I was, like, completely sold just yet. There is the Hello Kitty game. Yeah, Butters from South Park gonna be so excited. New Hello Kitty Island adventure. That's Persona Aegis Rim vibes. Let's see, it's been a few years since I've built a Gundam, says Saren. I'm thinking that jumping back in with not only a Master Grade, my first Master Grade ever, might have been an error. It's been a while since I've built one. I feel like that's kind of the range I like to work on. But it is going to be a little bit more involved, yeah. I don't know. I think it might be okay, Osiren. You love the Hello Kitty characters? I don't know them super well. Like, I know that they're all from that universe, but I don't know them super well. It looked cute for the Hello Kitty fans. But yeah, Dragon Quest for sure I'm picking up. I was telling chat, bro, so I was trying to pick up 13 Sentinels for my Switch, and GameStop was being annoying with my reward points. But I didn't get to pick it up. I have to try again today, but I just want to play my little Switch more. A nice 40 minutes. Yeah, the Nintendo Directs are always a good time. Like, even if it's not things you want, they do a nice job with presentation. They have a nice variety of stuff. They're a good time usually. They're worth tuning in for, which can't always say about some of the others. I've never played it, so hard to find here. So I watched someone play it. Zelda kept telling me it was good, so I just watched it. like to get it and dive in here. After Elden Ring, obviously, but... Neither custom robo. Hey, Elite, welcome in. Are Switch games and, say, Xbox games the same price? Usually. I think the hard part with... It kind of comes down to pre-owned is a little different. Nintendo tends to keep its value for pre-owned, where Xbox will go on sale pretty often. But, like, for a new game, they're the same, yeah. Welcome on in, how are you? I think Nintendo's the only one I prefer physical, but like Nintendo's the only one I make sure to get physical because I can actually like get some money back when I decide to like trade in for something else or something like that. Xbox and PlayStation, not so much. They didn't have it in stock or not wanting to sell. GameStop, I couldn't get the reward points to work. For a while there, they didn't have like any pre-owned copies. I was trying to just get like I was trying to get it before we went to Adepticon, and I couldn't find it like anywhere. I'm not sure why, but it finally popped back up, but I wasn't able to redeem my stuff because I'd like to use my coupon. So we'll see if that works today, because I still want to get it. Still want to play, it looks great. Jesse, welcome in, how are you? The other game I had picked up was Unicorn Overlord, and I had played the demo and really liked it. I just need to go ahead and continue that here at some point. Alright, chat, I think we're to panel lining. Bryce, hello, how are you? We are working on, for everyone coming in, we're working on a Hospitaller Ancient. So this is a successor chapter for our Imperial Fists. So we did some Bladeguard in this scheme. I've got them up on my screen to use as a reference here, but they're going to match that. So let's try to get all that together today. Good, how are you? Pretty good. We're talking video games as you guys come in, because Nintendo had a direct this morning. What is everyone playing? If not Nintendo stuff, what's everyone playing right now? I finished Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood last night. It was a really nice little story game. Really enjoyed my time with it. You're basically like designing your own tarot cards and doing readings. It was pretty good. I don't know today that shows how fickle I am. I stopped at Game Pass for a month, but for a good reason. So I can buy, the Splinter Cell games for cheaper. It is a good value, yeah. No, Game Pass is great for that. Shin Megami Tensei 5. I also have that in my backlog. The other game I need to finish, I just wasn't feeling it as much, was the Super Mario RPG. It's very cute. I just don't do as much Mario. I don't have the nostalgia Mario glasses. It's cute though, don't get me wrong. I need to finish it. Fallout 76. I'm almost at a point where I don't need to play much anymore. Midnight Suns. Underrated Marvel game by the people that did XCOM. That was free on Epic a little while back, in case anyone grabbed it. What are you thinking about it, Riot? You say underrated, so I'm assuming you're enjoying it here. Oh, sorry. There we go. Might try to knock out Ishin or Jedi Survivor the next month. Ishin is fun. You'll enjoy that. I think I like that approach, the like Netflix approach. There's a couple games that you want to play. Obviously subbing for them makes sense. And it sounds super cool if you're a Marvel lore person. That's, it'd be, yeah, you gotta get your money's worth, obviously. Ishin is fun, though. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I need to go back and do all the side stuff for the Infinite Wealth. I keep forgetting the name of that game. I did like the minimum bits of the side stuff to like get through the story, and I was like, ah, shit, all of that's still there. I'd still like to do it because the side stuff for Yakuza is really fun, but I wanted to get through the story so I wasn't spoiled. So I skipped some of it, and I need to go back and do it. Humbucker, welcome in. How are you today? And Painted So, how we doing? We are working on a Hospitaller Ancient today. What are you up to? Inter-character dialogue is fantastic. Gameplay is also solid. It's sort of a combination of tactical game and... Oh, and deck builder, okay. Oh, I found you again. My apologies, I forgot to follow last time. I'm glad you found us again. How you doing? Glad we popped back up. My favorite Marvel characters in it? Magic. Big Boss says, this talk reminds me. I think a game I have on my wish list is purchasable. Oh, in like 5 minutes? What are you waiting for, Big Boss? Oh yeah, it is Tuesday. What's coming out, Big Boss? Those pocket cars won't raise themselves. Exactly. Someone's got to do it. And I am here. I volunteer. Tony Stark has put up with hanging out in a haunted abbey. Has this vibe of, I'm the smartest person here, and I'm terrified because I know ghosts are real. Much less murderous today. I'm glad to hear that, Painted So. Glad people giving you a bit of a break today. It is Tuesday. For me, it was a Tuesday. Steam Summer Sale. Oh, it's in 9 days. Everyone get that wish list together. Man, I still have so much I need to play. I probably won't get much. Unless there's just like a crazy sale on something. Between Elden Ring, Final Fantasy coming up, I'm probably set. I will say if the Ace Attorney games go on sale again, I'll probably go ahead and grab those. Probably go ahead and... I think they just had a sale on them with Summer Game Fest, but if those go up again, I might just grab them. Because we're gonna play them. I wish I could win the lottery. Same. For both you and myself. I hope one of us could win the lottery. An hour and 5. Stupid timing. It's called #Blood. Save your friends. Fight out the vampire apocalypse. Survive the horrors of freshman field hockey practice. That's quite a mix there. I dig it. I'll have to look this up, Big Boss. Oh, do I get my computer parts before that? Oh, I would hope so. Before 9 days? I would hope so. Because you've been waiting a little bit already, right, Rice? Or I guess is that kind of standard delivery time window here? It's been a while since I've ordered anything computer. Let's say I need put Steam. I'm sorry, I need Steam. Put Warhammer Chaos Bane on sale for my sister and I to play. That'd be fun. I played that way back when it like first came out, and it was pretty fun. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Oh, it's because the stupid Panama Canal backlog. I see. I see. Well, I mean, if nothing else, you can get everything on the sale, and then when your big beefy computer parts come in, you can attack and play all the things. So that's good at least. Buy the things for when it does arrive. Fully enjoy new stuff. Keeping my 3060 12 gig, updating to an i7 14700 M2 drive DDR5. Let's go. Bringing in all the beefy upgrades. Alright, just doing an agrax over all of our gold. Trying to decide what I want to work on next. I'm talking out loud. I guess we'll keep doing washes. We've got washes for all of the parchment and all of that to also do. We'll just knock all that out together. I forgot to get the back of the skelly head here. We'll get that too. Got a bit of bone and silver to get. See, I don't think people are able to truly appreciate how much this chain lasts 20 years. How little control you have of this change as individuals or even nations. It's been a lot. Your access time on chain lasts 20 years. Go back to 2004. Going back to 2004 alone just made me wince a little bit. How far back would you have to go for it to be equivalent? I'm pretty sure 2004 was yesterday, so, that already hurt. Anytime I have to do time math, it hurts. Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it, Mikey? Is this when we do the fun game of when did this game come out? It is the Bladeguard Ancient. Yep. So we are doing, this is a Hospitaller. So this is a successor chapter for the Imperial Fists. So we've done some Bladeguard already. And then this will match the rest of the force here. Yeah. Panda, thank you so much for the bits and the giant lurk. Thank you, thank you. You don't realize you're getting old till Ocarina of Time celebrates its 25th anniversary, and you're a year older than it is. Yeah. That's exactly it. All these anniversary editions. Hospitality chapter, yes. Yes. Welcome back, Panda. I wasn't sure if you were still lurking or if I meant you were back. Welcome back. The Matrix was 1999. Screams! Yep. Isn't that fun, chat? Isn't that fun looking at time? Gary, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on an Ancient. This guy's got, the Hospitallers have white armor with the yellow trim, which is kind of fun. This will be going with some Bladeguard we've already done. So we're getting washes on at this point. And then we get to start some fun highlights and things. I grew up on that film. Am I old? Oh, sorry. You've come in during the rougher part of the stream. Where we remember how old some of these things are. Are there any must-try 40K video games? I've already got my own Space Marine was about to be what I recommended. Top of the list. Anything like the tabletop. The closest thing to tabletop would be through Tabletop Sim. There are mods where you can play it. Actually built into a video game? Not really. Not really. I'm like going through all the options in my head. But no, not really. Unfortunately. The original Space Marine is very good, though, and there is a sequel coming out later this year in the fall. So I definitely recommend Space Marine. Yeah, chat, which Warhammer games would you recommend? Fire Warrior! But seriously, don't play Fire Warrior! It's not like the tabletop, but Shoot His Blood and Teeth is a fun little side-scroller. Yeah, that one's pretty different. Bolt Gun just came out. It's like the old Doom games. I thought it was okay. Dawn of War 1 is probably closer if you want to like control units and things. It's an older game, but very, very well respected as far as Warhammer games. Yeah, there's not really anything that really captures the tabletop. The veggie sticks are weird. They're sweet, but different flavors. Yeah. I think it was like sweet potato, pumpkin. There's a couple different veggies. In the week I've been a Warhammer fan, I've learned this from Smurfs. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Oh, you have Bolt Gun. It is indeed like Doom. Yeah, I thought it was okay. Some of the, seeing some of the enemies and stuff is kind of fun, but I don't think it's anything groundbreaking or anything like that. So I feel like Battle Sector may be closer to tabletop, but it's still not quite the tabletop. Mechanicus is a very good game if you like more of the tactical. That's also getting a sequel here. I feel like Mechanicus is very well reviewed within the community. I actually need to go back to it. I re-downloaded it, so I get back to it. Anything else you guys would recommend? Rogue Trader is CRPG, so if you like CRPGs. I have orange, green, yellow, pink, and brown. Where's my book? Let me look up your veggie things. Oh, are they in the front? Let's see. Made with sweet potato, pumpkin, carrot, spinach, and onion, infused in deep fried dough. That's what you got there. Oh. They were really good. I wish I could have eaten more of them, but glad you're trying them. They should. I feel like a little bit of salt would have been nice. Like, still be sweet, but like it almost. You add some salt. Then it's almost like sweet potato fries. You add a little bit of salt. Slam, how are you? Welcome in. I agree. I picked salty. I got sweet. Wasted mine. Bringing his own salt to the little veggie straws. What'd you have to, Slam? We're working on our Hospitaller today. See, my only gripe with Battle Sector is the faction DLCs are like 15 apiece. Yeah, and I think there's only a few factions right now, too. They're like slowly adding more factions. Which is why I have a hard time recommending it, because it's a little bit more restrictive on who you can play as. But it is an option if you're interested. If that's closer to what you're looking for. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but the total DLC is worth, or is more than the game. Yeah. One of those situations. I saw this before I could enter chat. It made me sad. We're playing Fire Warrior. Now I'm gonna have weird sweet onion breath. Yeah. Yeah. You would say that as the internet's premium Fire Warrior stream. I know, he doesn't want anyone to take his crown. I see from gaming chat that Nintendo has some unexpected things. Slam, I'm mostly excited because those Ace Attorney games that Noob told us were like stuck in Japan, they're coming to the Switch. So now I get to play all of the Ace Attorney stuff. And I'm so excited. Let me catch up here. Back from Pub Lunch, big chillin'. Hope the whole lunch was good. I know it was. I'm excited to hear. Wolf, we did the fish and chips again. Love it. Traditions. Traditions. Love it. Blood Angels and Tyranids feel good to play. I think Battle Sector is the XCOM. There's a couple. There's Chaos Gate. There's also XCOM-y. I haven't played it yet, but that's another option. You have the capability to stream from a Switch. Are you going to keep them for yourself? I need to look into it. Because we have streamed from the Switch, but I don't remember if that was from my new rig or before I updated. So I need to find all the stuff and see if we can. If we can, I would like to. Yeah. If we can, I would like to. I gotta look that up. I gotta find the, gotta find my capture card. It's here somewhere. Hey Ezra, welcome in. How are you today? Did you bring enough pub for everyone? That's right. How are you doing today? I did not ask. Thank you, Painted, so I'm doing well. We're getting some commissions wrapped up, which is nice. We're gonna be Dead Spacing tomorrow, which is nice. I think I'm doing pretty well this week. Thank you for asking. I'm trying to get back on my workout routine, which is helping. With the time off for the remodel, I feel like I've lost some strength, which kind of stinks, but we'll get back to it. You know, you should actually buy the Elden Ring DLC. You should. They've got, I think, a little bit of a preload coming up here, so. I think that's tomorrow. You can like update and be ready to roll. Catch up here. Steam has a Space Marine demo. Love that. I love that there's more demos here lately. I think Space Marine I can definitely recommend. The others are kind of whatever type of game you're looking for, I think. As there's not a like one-to-one for tabletop. So if it's like, if you're looking for an XCOM game, there's a couple options. If you're looking for an RPG, there's a couple options. Space Marine across the board I can recommend though. That makes sense. The rest is kind of what you're feeling. Looks like IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. We know how good IGN is over the DLC. Oh, I know it's going to be. Yeah, I'm not worried. Having played some of the Dark Soul DLCs, I'm not worried at all. It's going to be great. I feel like Warhammer would lend itself really well to XCOM style. Yeah, there's a couple options for you. XCOM-y. I would say look at Chaos Gate and Mechanicus. If that's more your vibe. Yep. Same recommendations there from Slam. I feel like Mechanicus across the board reviews pretty well. Chaos Gate, I feel like people thought was okay. Maybe not as strong, but you've got different factions there, so one might be more interesting to you than the other. I need to go back. I can't offer my opinions, but they're both pretty well reviewed as far as Warhammer games go. Gladius for Warhammer Civ, which is alright. That's another one that has a lot of DLC. It's like the Sims of Warhammer games. A lot of DLC. A bunch of people have already dropped their recommendations. Yeah, I feel like we kind of covered the main ones. It's okay. It's unfortunately the highest praise for majority of GW games. Yeah, it's hit or miss. I would say, if you're looking into Warhammer games. Vermintide 2, if you like old world fantasy. There is Darktide. I didn't care for Darktide, but that's the 40K version. But that's like 4-person. Kind of Left 4 Dead vibes. I had a blast with Vermintide. Vermintide 2 is very good. Darktide is... I was hoping Darktide would be that, and it wasn't. Inquisitor Martyr. I always forget about Inquisitor Martyr. But yeah, if you want like a Diablo style... So, Chaos Bane is Diablo style fantasy. Martyr is Diablo style 40K. So if you like ARPGs. I always forget about it. We've even played it, and I forget about it. Oh, things about recent Rogue Trader, yeah. If you're interested in CRPGs. I didn't check it out because I had just played far too much Baldur's Gate, so I haven't checked it out yet. All these giant games that came out on top of each other. It's okay. That's kind of what I was getting. That's why I wasn't, like, rushing to play it. But I'd like to play it at some point. See? I might play it at some point, but yeah, I'm not rushing to play it. In between other stuff, I'll give it a try. I'm glad we're playing more video games here on stream, because I'm, like, getting back into playing more stuff. So thank you, chat. Thank you to everyone who's been coming to the Ace Attorney streams. Tomorrow will be Dead Spacing. If you want to catch some more video games, that'll be tomorrow. And then I think we have decided that we're going to move our sub-goal to be bonus Wednesday streams. So if you're enjoying the Wednesday streams, the video games, and we could do some painting if you guys want. That'll be the sub goal, and I'll probably swap that out for next week. So going forward, Wednesday will be a bonus stream. If we don't stream, I'll be taking it for YouTube days. I think we're gonna go ahead and make that change. I wish there were more offline co-op games. Chaos Bane's the only one I've seen. That's, yeah, that's a good shout. I'm trying to think what else would be offline co-op. I think all the ones that I'm thinking for co-op I have played online. And I don't know if there's, like, couch. Chat, if you have any, feel free to throw them in. Couch co-op and LAN belonging to the before times. I like having it, but I definitely play more online co-op, so I get it. I can't come up with anything else that's, like, offline. Sorry. I see a wireless controller until I was a man. I do like I kind of miss having friends over for the couch co-op stuff. Like, when our D&D group gets back together, we want to take, like, a Mario day and play some of those. There is something real nice and cozy about being able to play on the couch together. But the people I normally play co-op with are not here. They are across the pond. I am glad that's an option. Mario Kart, the friendship breaker, yup. We did a lot of that. Some Mario Party. Nintendo's good for those kind of games. Let me get situated again. Mario Kart breaks friendship. Mario Party installs trust issues. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, Nintendo, I think, does the couch co-op stuff best. They were showing, like, new sports for, like, the Switch Sports game, and just remembering, like, when the Wii Sports was the thing. That was crazy to think about. And then again, add time to that, chat, if you want to feel old again. Add the time for that. All right. Oh wait, I didn't get I always forget the backpack back here. Without fail. So my fondest memories are staying with my friends playing GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Halo, etc. Yup. Old Halo. My best friend and then my brother. Like, we would spend far too much time Halo together. Can't do Mario Kart in this house. The wife and I are too competitive about it. She doesn't like losing all the time because I'm speed. Say, Scott's so much better at it than I am, but it's still fun. It's not fair when I have a Zoomer in the house. He's very good at it. I do okay. There's a local co-op 40K game on the Switch. Second player doesn't get to level up. I hate that. I hate when they don't let the second player, like, keep progress or level up or do things like that. I hate that. Gaming pet peeve right there. How dare you make chat feel old? Do you want them to turn to dust when they realize how ancient they are? If I have to suffer, chat has to suffer with me. That's all it is. If I have to think about how long it's been since I've played Halo co-op, you all have to think about it. Halo, before the dark times, it was my home, and it was beautiful. Yep. I didn't like 4. It starts with 4 for me. Sorry. Everything after Reach, to me, is, not Halo. Halo died with Reach. What did I do during this onion flavor? I said you're too good at Mario Kart. That's what you've done. How dare you? How dare you? Squeezel, welcome in. How are you? We're talking video games as you come in. What you up to? Used to play Halo from 2001 online against people from across the world before Xbox Live even existed. Even just, yeah, Xbox Live becoming a thing. I was 13 or 14 when Halo 4 dropped. Those were my early years. I played a lot of Reach multiplayer as well, though. Reach was so good. Reach was the magnum opus. It was so good. Seen people online that could speedrun the tracks. I'm terrible in comparison. I feel like speedrunning is just a different beast, though. Like, you casually playing were too good at Mario Kart. Speedrunning's a different beast. They are crazy, though. All the little shortcuts and tricks that they find. But, like, you playing casually, you're too good. Or maybe I'm just too bad. I don't know. Probably a combination of the two. Just got sandbag and then throw the turtle shell. No, he's just in front the whole time. Just showing off up there. He's just up there showing off. Mister, I get the perfect boost around every corner. Black Ops 2 was where my time was given, and I'd give to have that skill back today. And I've forgotten my old tricks. They're on what, Black Ops 6 now? Is that what they just announced? I'm convinced speedrunners are beings from a different planet. My eyes can't process OG Sonic speedrun. I love games done quick. And watching the speedrunners. There's a few Dark Souls speedrunners I also watch from time to time. Those always end up being some of my favorites. I think actually my true favorite, though, are the rhythm game. Where they do, like, the exhibits and stuff. They are crazy. I don't know how their brain works that way. They are the ones from a different planet. I don't know how you process that and do that quickly. It's amazing to me. The rhythm game people are something else. They built different. Remember legendary Halo runs where you just send one person ahead to get as far as they could and then switch roles when they died? That's what my bestie and I would do. we would do like a sleepover. And then we would just play Halo on Legendary all night. And then her parents would make me go to church the next morning with them because I didn't want to have to like drop me off and all that really early. So we would like sneak back up to bed like an hour before we needed to be up. And and yeah, we would do that. It was great. Oh, we're talking Halo 4 and 5. I did not play enough of them to be able to comment. I thought they were... I like played through the story and I was like, I don't like this. And then I dropped it. It's like, I can't comment, sorry, chat. I'll let you guys duke it out in the chat. I didn't even play enough to be able to comment. You slept at church, basically. I mean, I'm also atheist, so I'm just like, if I get to play Halo all night, I'll go, whatever. If it means if I get to play Halo all night, I'll go, whatever. Just zonk out for a few hours and go home. We talk about Halo all nighters before church? Yep. Yep. I don't know if you just came in, Jezzy. That was the conditions for me, like, spending the night at my friend's house, is I had to go to church with them the next morning, because they didn't want to drop me off really early. We would play all night until, like, we had to sneak back up to bed, and then we would go. The God Emperor is the only god, even if he says he's not. I did not know about that at the time, so I just zonked out. If I was in the position, I would do it too, but I'd be snoring. I definitely was not awake, I can say that. It is, for me, ideal if I'm in a church to not be awake. I get back from a meeting. That's super cool though. Yeah. Good Halo memories. We were trying to figure out what are some of the other couch co-op games that we all played. Halo was the one that's coming up in chat a lot. Was good times. It was good. Problems with it are myriad. The pilot was awkward. There's no true resolutions. Finny got ruffle stomped by like 3 ships. Yeah, I didn't even play Infinite. I was done with this series after 5. 5 was trash. I remember finishing the campaign and saying out loud, "That's it." And then I yeeted it back at the game store. And that was my Halo 5 story. I didn't know how I would stay up gaming till 4, work at 8, and then do full day work and be fine. When I was, yeah, that was my basically high school and college life. Yep. If Scott didn't have his like normal work schedule, I would probably revert back to Night Owl, but his job keeps us on a somewhat, I was gonna say more adult schedule, but that's silly sounding. A normie schedule. It wanted to be a cliffhanger, but people hated it. It wasn't even that it was a cliffhanger, it was just the whole campaign was bad. I did the same boss fight like 5 times, I don't know. It was just bad. Across the board. It was just trash. Just Fighters like 3 of the 15 missions achieved. They didn't build up Fireteam Osiris enough. Fireteam Osiris actually have neat characters. Shame they never properly introduced them. Yeah, you're all... And again, it's the same boss fight. 5 times. Slightly different environment for this one. Trash. Remembering games were just fun? Games are still fun. Monster Hunter fun. Elden Ring fun. Gotta find the right games. Indie games. That's how I'm gonna end that statement. Go check out the indie games. That's where all the fun is. Hades fun. I'm excited for more of Hades 2. Guild Wars 2 fun. Suffer. There are plenty of fun games. Remember when games weren't fun? Looks at Battletoads. That freaking Lion King game. So that to my brain. Gotta branch out, find some more games here. There's so many good ones. I think he likes Monster Hunter because Slam Beam Tug of War Rope. It's pretty great, honestly. I feel like we should stream it at some point, just so you guys can see how much they really don't like Slam. It's really funny. Like, they will come across the map just to dunk on him, and it's hilarious. Like, you won't believe how much it is until you see it. That's how funny it is. Across the map. One of them, yeah, they really don't like Slam. One of them just followed him. The entire, like, usually they'll leash after a certain point. No, not with Slam. It's really funny. For me. For me, it's really funny. The other fun part with Rise is because I'm dual blades, I'm usually up on the critter, and I usually get to, like, do the part where you're, like, riding the critter. That's usually me. So usually it's me up there cackling and Slam still being hassled. It's great. Great. When are you gonna do Fire Warrior again? Just give more suffering. I am the lead. Yeah, that wasn't part of our mission. It's found to eat me. Yep. Now when his DBZ Skyfight, though, hits on top of me and I'm screaming. So good. Oh, it's so funny. I just know it's like, I never have to like look for Slam. I know exactly where Slam's gonna be because the bosses just landed on him. There's Slam. Found him. I've never actually seen playthrough Fire Warrior and I want to. You can, did you know? Can I get a shout out, please? It's probably on Slam's channel. You know Slam streamed? And hopefully will stream when he gets internets again? You should go follow him for when he is back up in business. If I can get a shout out for Slam. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You have the pair of shoes sticking out from under the monster. Found him. Found him. It only works for the mods. Yeah, the mods got that. I'm not letting just anyone shout people out. Hell no. Hell no. That felt good, because I know how much he hates it. Aw. Friendship right there. Friendship. I didn't even believe it was him. Can I just get that ability? No. Just mods. Just mods. Slam is something other than a formless mod. Sometimes. Sometimes he takes form of shoes under monster. It's never been confirmed. Seen no evidence. Can neither confirm nor deny. Mostly because he's formless. Yeah. I'm an ambiguous Eldritch Being. We have a couple Eldritch Beings on the old mod council here. Thunder Scott. We've got Lamb. I feel like Broso could easily be that as well. Mikey, have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out today. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye as for now. I saw that, Panda. I'm not familiar with the game. I did see that you posted it. He can be fought off with jammy dodgers. Oh, you're reinstalling Rise? Do it, Panda. Rise is a good time. Want to get a little further at some point here. The, what are they? The rampages? Where you have to fight off the waves of stuff? Those are chaotic. I don't know if we have to do... I have a feeling we'll have to do more of them, but those are chaotic. What's the weakest Eldritch Being? The one that people keep around for comic relief? Oh, I feel like you would fit, because you always say you're all goo, all goo. Little broso goo. I think you fit. It's all coming together, chat. All coming together. There, look at little broso. He's a Dragon Quest slime. Yep, smiling as usual. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. I'm excited you're also going to start Dragon Quest, bro, so... It's, 11's been really fun. I need to move it. I've heard 8 is also very good, but I think you have to get that on, like, the actual console, which I believe is... Oh, God. I don't remember which one it was. I looked it up a while back. I don't think that's actually been released on anything else. But I've heard 8's the other one that people really like. Excited to watch you stream Dragon Quest? Yep. Here it comes. After Slam streams Fire Warrior again. Excited for Broso Dragon Quest. Oh. It's the fancy one. It's slash shout out. We do the Twitch one now. Because it looks nicer. You slash shout out and then the name. There it is. Witty. Witty. Well, there you go. When Broso loads up Dragon Quest, you guys can follow it. I just want to play video games, chat. What if we just never paint again and play video games? How about that? What do we think? Follow me for absolutely no more content. Do it. I'll do it. Panda, thank you so much for our little celebration. I need to turn around quicker so I can actually see it on my screen. No, wait, please. No, I think we're onto something here, Titan. What if we just play video games? As long as the vibes stay good, do what you want. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. It sounds like me, to be honest. It's jelly. Yes, it's jelly. I like that we have Eldritch All Goo, bro, so all coming together, really. All coming together. Meet our mod team. Were you gonna catch up on the Direct Slam? I know you're also not as big on Nintendo, but I do feel like there's a good amount of stuff. And of course, the format's always good. They do a nice job with the directs. I'm curious how well the new Zelda game will do. I wasn't super interested. It's got some cool, like, neat, I guess, tech kind of stuff. The format respects my time. I like it. Yeah. I would agree with that. I'm curious how the new Zelda game will do. Something very different. You snacking, Scott. Did you finally get the onion taste out of your mouth? We're finally feeling better out there. Zelda game replays Zelda. It's only been like 40-something years, right? The what if Zelda was a girl? Finally true. I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet. Just gotta go begin. Well, yeah. Were you gonna play the new one as well? Or is that enough for you? Minty fresh. I'm glad they've got like a couple different formats for the Zelda games, because like the open world ones are not really for me, but like knowing that they've got some of the other formats kind of nice. Let's see what else is going on today. I have a quiet today. I have to get Dead Space set up. Yeah, I think it really is just commissions for me today, and then getting that set up. Anyone else have anything coming up today? More or less too busy for single-player games. If I got time alone, there's currently other projects I'd rather work on. That's fair. So you're mostly playing when other people are on. That makes sense. I tend to be the opposite. The single players when if I get time to myself, that's what I want to be playing. And then obviously as people are available, then I'll load up something else. I do a little ear brushy later on. Let's go. Pretty warm at the moment, so I don't want to fight the bloody thing even more than normal till the evening, if that makes sense. Uh-oh. Is this when it starts? Are these when the updates start, Slam? Nikki, no, Slam, no. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you. At this point, games are an excuse to hang out with friends on a weeknight. That's fair. We kind of do the same with D&D. That's our excuse to meet up every other week. Or it was. Here until we can get back to it. Did they mention Milk Bong? No Milk Bong. Sorry, butts. I thought of you as it wrapped up and there was still no Silk Song. So I have no idea when we're going to hear about it. I'm sorry. I know we meme on it, but like I legit feel bad that you're waiting on it. And that we meme on it. But no mention, unfortunately. There's a giant flaming ball in the sky. The stuff of myth and legend. It burns us. But yeah, that Nintendo thing was pretty good. It do be burning. It do. The updates begin. A lot of re-releases, a lot of HD versions of stuff that exists. Nintendo stuff, yeah. I think I'm so split on that, because like as someone who didn't grow up playing Nintendo games, like it's cool to have that chance to pick up stuff, but it does become a lot of what they've got. I'm a little split. I think it's also tough knowing that another console is coming and like all of this stuff getting released. It feels very much like get everything else out the door before the new thing comes out. Marvel vs. Capcom collection, new Mario RPG stuff is cool. Is that collection on Steam? I thought it was on Steam, but it may be a different like collection of games, I guess. It's on Steam. I wish listener. Okay, like I thought it had been on Steam, but maybe it's a different group of games than I was thinking. Because I feel like that always ends up in the sale when they do it. But it could be a different group. Does Nintendo do any new IP? Like first party? I feel like they've been doing more partnership type stuff. First party's still kind of the same. So you've still got your new Zelda, you got your new Mario. But I feel like more and more third party stuff's coming to it. Wait for the Switch 2 to tank PS5 sales. It's been a weird gen of consoles, for sure. First truly new first party Nintendo makes per generation are generally great, yeah. There's a chunk of stuff, each one that just brings the older stuff to the new platform, yeah. You're just paying for it all over again. Yeah, it's the same franchises, but they do keep updating those franchises, I guess is the thing. So like if you like Mario, there's always new Mario, which is great. But as far as like a new franchise for first party, no, they kind of stick to their. They don't need to. It's already fleshed out. Nintendo's track record as a first party developer is pretty grow. It is. No, it absolutely is. The fact that they can keep making Mario and Zelda and adding new stuff and innovating and like that's pretty nuts, honestly. Hey, Honor First, welcome back. How are you? Just got home. Here's where our Hospitaller is. I'm working on some of our gold highlights right now. I think we need to work a little bit more on the robes next. I didn't say my IP, yeah, but they've done different stuff within the IP. Yeah, like it's not the same game. They've done a lot. But if you're not a Mario person, then you're probably still not going to be a Mario person. Confirm next week shader day. Oh, is that the game store? Okay. That's the meetup. How sturdy is this banner? This one's actually pretty sturdy. I've never had a problem with this one. You can see it bends a little bit, obviously, but this one's pretty sturdy. It's got a good connection point at his hand, is a lot of it. So it's the hand. It's also, you can see the purity seal there. Also helps to anchor it. This one I've never had a problem with. I've painted a few of this model before. This one's pretty strong compared to some of the others. Not like the poor Seraphon one that everyone seems to have issues with. That's the barbecue day, barbecue Bushido day. I will come hang out, but those events are a little rough on me. I'll just come hang out for a bit. It's a lot of noise. You can pick up any game with Mario release in the last 30 years. Be guaranteed a great time. Yeah. And I don't think any other franchise has that. Wish they do new F-Zero. New F-Zero would rule. F-Zero 99 didn't do it for me. Yeah. I feel like, from what I'd seen, a lot of people saying the same. That might be a fun question for chat. Chat, which franchise do you want another game for? I feel like, assume it would be a good game. Assume it would get the love that it deserves. What would you want? As I think myself. Oh, Deus Ex, Eternal Darkness, Phantom Dust. I think what mine would be. I feel like all the ones I'm coming up with are probably gonna happen. Think of something more unique. I can't come up with anything on top of my head. Adventure? What is adventure, Scott? Alright, let's work on silvers for a little bit. Are you saying you did ask for this? I did indeed. Oh, Atari 2600 game with a duck dragon? I'm here for more duck dragons. I've never heard you mention this game, is why I was confused. I'm down for more duck dragons, though. This man says, I want an RPG set in the Battletech universe. Super old school games. Crescent Hawks, Revenge and Intercept, First Mech Warrior. You had a story and character, but also huge stompy mechs. There's Wasted Minds. Really, I'm just farming all of you for when Slam and I make more video games, so you can come. Wiki is the duck dragon. I'll look here after stream, unless you want to DM it my way. Get farmed, nerds. I'm gonna draw that duck dragon. I'm gonna make it a goose dragon, though. So I can honk. We're just gonna make, really... we have that game at home games. That's what I want to make. That's what I want to make. We got some new seatbelt harnesses for the doggos in the car. They were not amused. Uh-oh. Hopefully they did okay. We have one of those, hammock things for Sadie. But she still, gets buckled in. She does pretty well with that. But obviously we just have the one, so. It'd be really cool if there's a Hollow Knight sequel as well. Yeah, that would be cool. Too bad we'll never get it. Would be neat, though. It had, oh, the first Easter egg? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna make Goose Dragon. Where's my drink? Actually, Wasted Mind, do you want a snack? I've got a little, like, rice square and those sugar cubes. I kind of want to just do both. Because the little rice square is very, very tiny. Save me from sequel with snack! I do this. I save you from sequel. Alright. So these are the last two I have. But yeah, this is very small, so I figured maybe we could do both. Let us consult the book. It was 8-bit. There's only so much you can do with 8-bit, true. Okay. I think they're toward the back because they're sweet. Here's the sugar. Oh, do I not get one for the... No, it's gotta be in here. Maybe it is. Oh, it is up here. Okay. No, I have the tea. I usually do tea in the evenings, but I do have it to try. I've been very mad about Rec the last few days. Could be worse. I could be dealing with sequel, I guess. Alright, so we have these. Adorned with the image of Senchoji Temple's iconic red lantern, these cherished crisp rice cake confections have delighted taste buds for centuries. Indulge in their classic sugar and brown sugar flavors. Ooh. So I guess I have a brown sugar one. I'm gonna try it. They look like fancy Rice Krispie treats. They do. And I'm excited about it. Oh, Painting Dad, welcome in! Thank you so much for that raid. We are taking a small break to try. I got this Sakura Co. box, which has a bunch of Japanese sweets in it. So we are about to try some of our sweets. We are painting today, though. I am working on... We have a Bladeguard Ancient, which is Hospitaller. So this is an Imperial Fist successor chapter, which will be going with some Imperial Fists. So that's what I've got. How was your stream? What were you up to today? Crucial Blue, welcome back in. Spill Paint Pot, hello. How we doing? Welcome in. Yeah, we're working over there, Painting Dad. Chat, if you want to catch some more Warhammer, some more mini painting, go give a follow for Painting Dad. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Face of Mine says, best part is I'm on vacation this week and next, but still working. That's not vacation. Excuse you, that's not vacation. But we'll make it better with our fancy Rice Krispie treat. But yeah, how was your stream? I'm going to go ahead and have my snack here while we hear about your stream. Cheers, chat. Oh. It's crunchier than I thought. It's good, but way crunchier than I thought. Mm-hmm. You don't super love, not a fan waste of mine. I'm glad it's that size, because if it was larger, it'd be really hard to eat. It was good. I don't know that I would buy it separately, but it was pretty good. And then yeah, knowing what to expect would have been nice. Or I just break my teeth on crunchy rice snacks. Let's see, Painting Dad's stream was great. Painting leaks of Votan minis and some Ultramarines. Very nice. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Chat, if you want to check out some Votan, some Ultramarines, go give a follow. This I'm very excited to try. So we have this amber sugar. So skillfully crafted by Japanese artisans, these amber sugar candies are known as edible jewelry. Crystallized exterior and a delicate, soft interior, each piece promises a delightful sensory experience. Ooh. That seems like a nice way to wrap up my my box of goodies. I've been excited about these since it came in, so let's give it a try. Have you had these, Brozo? I don't know how many of these you've tried. Like all the different goodies. I know you've mentioned a couple of them as we've gone through them, but... This is interesting. Common allergens, soy and apple. Never had one. Okay, let's give it a try. I do like the packaging as well. It's very fancy. After you tried this, what was your favorite? We'll go through the book. I really like the Mitsu mochi we tried. That was really good. That was really unique. Okay. The blueberry tartlet and the Mitsu, yeah. The tartlet was good. I don't know which one I want to try first. Let's try the purple. Mmm. Yeah, it's like gummy inside, but tough on the outside. Oh, purple. It does melt a little bit. It's like a light gray. Purple. Yeah, it's the melting is weird. Now I try out blue. I'm feeling very raccoon, where like they wash their food and it falls apart. That's kind of what it feels like, but in my mouth. I do love blue. All right, I'm just gonna pop all this out. Oh. It does just like, if you do all in one bite, it just kind of falls apart in your mouth. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very weird though. I'm gonna save the rest for Scott so we can try it. Okay, what was my favorite? I think the Mitsu was my favorite because that was really fun and unique, and I'm glad I got to try it. I'm gonna go through the book though. Make sure I don't miss anything. I will try the tea later. This is what I'm talking about. It was very good. These were pretty good. I liked with the paste, that was good. Little shortbread cookies. These were both good, but I couldn't eat a lot of them. I was a little sad about that. I'm sorry, I had these. I didn't have a lot of these because I had the wheat in it, but they were very good. Mitsu's still my favorite. The Sky Tree was fine. This was also good. I liked the filling a lot. The outside was kind of... It was fine, but I liked the paste a lot. Everything with that was very good. The gummies were okay. They were very light. The waffle was pretty good. These are weird. The tartlet was good. Yeah. I mean, like, everything was good, but I think the Mitsu was, like, my favorite as, like, a cool, unique experience type of thing. So thank you, Wasted Mind, for the box, and thank you for the box that's on the way. I hope we did the timing right, or I'm gonna be really sad. Yeah, the snacks are fun on our first. It's cool getting to try kind of the more unique stuff. Like, we did a bunch of the candy, but the more unique stuff is cool. Her name is something cursed and so bad it's funny. Go listen to the new song featuring Drake. Oh no, I'm sure I'll find that later. This thing is, well, yeah, I really like this box. Thank you again for the opportunity. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed getting to try everything together. It was fun. You're shipped after mine. Should be July. I hope so. I hope I did it right. I really tried to, so we'll see. Alright, we're back to highlighting metallics. For those who came over with the raid, what are we working on? What projects have we got? I've been working on a lot of Imperial Fists. I've been working on some Thousand Suns. And then I recently finished some Titanicus. I guess it'd be my last finished project. So that's what I've been working on. The other project we have is a Kingdom Death Lady that I'm trying to get finished up this week. And I'll show you as soon as I get my paint on the palette. I'll need to step back so I even give you an all things Vegemite month of snacks. Please no. please no. Here is our Kingdom Death Lady that I'm working on. I'm hoping to get her finished up here today or tomorrow so I can get photos and everything. But that's all we've got. Welcome in. Yes. She looks so good. Thank you. She's been fun. A fun little break between armies here. We need to get whatever. I kind of want to just have something like that for the days where I can't do Space Marine. So I've got Bushido we're still working on. Get some Malifaux prepped. Having something like that we can hop between is really good. Why does the Ancient wear their halo on their head? Do other Marines go on their pack? I don't know. I'm not sure. Are there any others that have it on their head instead? Would that just be like chaplain? Just trying to think of it related to that, maybe. That's all I can think of. But the airline sir just thought it would look cool to have for the character. Maybe. Maybe. I was wondering if with the, because it's an easy build kit, if maybe that's easier with the sprue as well. So you still get the effect, but easier to piece all together. You don't have just a really weird piece with it sticking up and potentially getting broken. I don't know. There are a few with halos on their backpack over time. Yeah, so the Bladeguard themselves have it on their backpack. But I wonder if that's just part of it. I think chaplains too. Is it on their backpack? I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I've painted a chaplain. And I wasn't like thinking about it while I did it, so I don't remember. Have it on their pack, yeah. Yeah, it's just been a bit. Okay. I don't know then. You get names for praetors in this dude. Is there something you like to use for names? Or is it kind of just going through the lore and picking out things that work? Right. Got that. Yelly dude, gonna use a little bit more work. I think I saw you wanted to do blue for eye lenses, which will look nice, but I need to decide what blue we're gonna rock, so I'll give that a moment. Let's go ahead and shade down his cloth first. A basis guy, founding member of the Knights Templar, if I can find that. I don't know if Fist got you. Alright, hello, how are you? Happy Pride. Coming in with those pride flags. How are you? I'm gonna ask chat. Has anyone been doing any pride activities? Any events or things like that? I haven't done anything special this year. Whoa! Which I don't like. It's just I didn't have the spoons after the remodel. I wish I had time to figure out more of it, but yeah, anyone doing? Big Pride! Thank you, Panda, for bits and Big Pride. I'm good. Got a prescription to make the next 2 months less painful. So that's a plus. Good. Glad to hear that. It's crazy to think that that's how long you've got here on, I mean, it absolutely makes sense, but here on recovery. Glad you've got something to help now. I can only imagine. Especially when you said it was like when you were coughing and stuff. Pride Month, Mental Health Month. Also very important. Did you have an event for that? Or if you don't mind me asking, you can tell me to buzz off if you want. But since you mentioned it, I'll ask. I want to pry. So I'm missing most of the summer for skating. I think I might bring a cooler full of hold water bottles to skate park every week and just chill there. This then give some good vibes on down. Yeah, I think being around it still. Having that, like, community. Still good. But then when you're back in business, get to hang out with everyone you've met. I did an image search. There's a pic of a firstborn backpack with the halo on it. Tactical Marine set, which makes no sense. I thought there were metal versions. That came up short. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. Like, for where it's located until I mentioned it here. I would always just paint it without thinking really about it. That's interesting. Try to talk to more friends more than usual. It's important to check in, for sure. Good lesson to take throughout the year. Let that dry a little bit, and we'll start highlights. We've got a good chunk of him done today, which is nice. Can you guys tell that characters are my favorite thing to paint? Especially with stream, it's nice, because you get to see from, like, beginning to end, and it's always a little bit more fun than the batch painting. I remember the old Space Marine Tactical Squad box. One with 10 Marines on a drop pod, had 3 Iron Halos in this group. Now I start the struggle of finding someone to go to war with you. Let's go. I'm like, you just ask chat. Your chat would go with you. I want to make a meme with the Predator arms where one is mental health and the other one is pride, but not sure what the middle would be. One of my friends lost a close friend a bit ago, so I tried to check in with him. Absolutely wrecked his brain with having. Yeah, I can understand that. I am sure they appreciate that honor first. You're a good friend. We didn't. Recess wash this foot. Alright, that was better. Cool. We're gonna have to figure out those blues here in a moment. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with kind of our turquoises, because I think that would work well. We go more of a neutral blue here. Let me see if we have... I think the box has red, because I did red initially for the... Yeah. What blue do we want to do? We could do, like, Calidor Sky. That's a really pretty blue. Let's figure it out. Oh, a Juneteenth, yeah. June is very packed, yeah. A Gwar Power Washer DLC? That's pretty great. Get some more collabs for them. Love that. Kind of like this blue could be really pretty with a highlight. Kind of like that. Let's go with that. I'm hoping I have enough Techless blue for this to work. Or if I need to get another. Oh no, I'll have to buy another blue. Oh no. Makes sense. All the holidays want to share a month with my birthday. That's right, your birthday. First you dirty up the console goers, and then you wash them after. I need to get back to power wash them. I never finished the last one. I never finished the Thunderhawk. I need to go back. Maybe I'd do that before Elden Ring here. Now that I finished Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, we have to go back for the Thunderhawk. That's a pretty blue with that white, and I think it'll be really pretty with our yellow. The Thunderhawk is it's so big. It's so many pieces, chat. And you gotta like lift up the different parts. I did finish Cosmic Wheel. I finished it last night. It was a nice little story game. So I ended at about 7 hours with the game. But it was nice. Had some really cool characters in it. The art was really pretty. I enjoyed it. That's about all. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I always hesitate because I know not everyone's about the story games. I love them, but I know not everyone's about it. But it was a very good story game. This is the red we used. I think it is. Sorry, I'm like staring down my reference image. Looks like it is. I'm gonna let that dry and make sure it matches before we go too much brighter. Okay, as it's drying, that looks right. It just looked really bright when I first put it on. Let's see. I'm officially on light duty until the end of my enlistment. I won't be doing actual work for the rest of the government job, just like it always was. That I think officially being on it though is pretty exciting. Getting close to the end here. How we feeling with it coming up here, Bat? How we feeling? Yeah, Cosmic Wheel is good. I was trying to remember. I think I downloaded a couple other smaller games. I downloaded Red Lantern, which is about a dog sled team. But it's another kind of narrative game. What else did I download the other day? Basically, Summer Game Fest ended, and I added a bunch of stuff in my wish list, and I was like, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't finished that I need to do before I pick up anything else. So I just like went down the list and started installing things. Because I love smaller games like that. They always have really good stories, good characters. They're a nice break before between the giant RPGs that I like to play. Dredge is the other one I need to get back to. So I was enjoying the heck out of it. I just unfortunately picked it up when I wasn't doing as much gaming, and I need to get back to it. Excuse me. We're glad the injury happened while my healthcare is free. Otherwise excited. Glad to have an entire aspect of my personality I never left behind. I don't like who I am as a person in this environment. It makes me toxic. I only nod because I saw some of my friends go through that. So I think I understand what you're saying. My friends definitely had a bit of that when they were in. Or like right after they got out. They kind of commented on it, and I know what you're saying a little bit. Have you not been there myself? Kind of draws out the worst of a person, in my opinion. It's just the way the work environment is. Yeah, again, having not been there myself, I can kind of understand just from like what they've shared with me. So I am glad that you'll be out and feel a bit more comfy, I guess. Lack of a better way to say that. We're just gonna keep doing highlights here around the cloak. Wherever we think we need to blend it back in, we'll do that a bit later, but I want to just place the highlights where I want them. The cloth doesn't get too much brighter, so we'll just make sure we blend this the best, and then for kind of those top point highlights, I'll do a tiny bit here when we're done. I don't want to go too extreme with them. Keep the very dark, rich red. Has anyone been playing any, like, tabletop games? More 40K games? We're gonna be playing Bushido tomorrow. D&D? Anyone have some campaigns going on? I still want to make a character for that Old Gods of Appalachia game. I want to build the molder that I had in mind. Just make early 1900s molder. Just for funsies. Be the best molder you can be. Yeah, I just need to make it. It's stuck in my head and it has to be a thing. Oh, and then I could draw my character. It's just stuck in there and I need to do it. Oh god, I mean, yeah! You don't want to see Cursed Molder? Well, you're gonna. Oh, I have the Old Gods game, and Through the Breach. Nobody runs around here, seems interested, so I haven't learned the rules yet. I think Scott had looked at Through the Breach. I don't know how interested he was, but if we tried to... I'm guessing you want to do those in person. I was gonna say, if we could figure it out online, maybe. It's an option. Every time you can say insert character name, it's me! I'm seeing Curse Mulder, but I get tied to a BDSM chair. Stretchy face for a whole series, yep. Yep. See, my drawing can't be any worse than that. What if I just start there, actually? What if that's my first? Then I can't get any more cursed. I feel like that's a good direction to take this. This iPad is just bad news for everyone. Just bad news for everyone. My last character for Old Gods of Appalachia was a small-time newspaper reporter. Made everything figured out, was at the peak of our one-shot adventure. Failed to complete the ritual. Game over, we dead. Oh no. I think I had in mind, like, there's like a storyteller option. I think that was gonna be the one I take. No, sorry, I typed that reflexively. Oh, Vegeta, welcome in. We're doing well. How are you? I'm just telling chat my next cursed plans. The cursed emotes weren't enough. I have to... We need to go deeper. Poor chat. Right, I'm just adding little studs. But yeah, we've come a long way on our little ancient today. Pretty happy with it. Our whole group failed probably 90% of our skill checks. Oh no. That's a rough time there. Now you've got me scared, Bat Rat. It's like, am I gonna be able to do anything? Well, I mean, it'll be true to form. Mulder just tripping everywhere. Now I'm scared. No, we just weren't competent. That's fair. I've had those days with D&D where it's just you try to do literally anything and the dice is like, no, sorry. I've definitely had those days. And it would suck on my rogue because, like, when I was going, I would do big damage. When she wasn't going. Alright, those colors are too close. We need a brighter color in there. It's very pretty, but I need a brighter highlight. Let's go with... This is what I was thinking. We'll try it. If not, we got that. We couldn't roll a 2-digit number and a d20 to save our lives, literally at the end. Oh no. kind of the neat part of the system is I think Scott was reading, like, you can save your XP and stuff. And if you're doing a one-shot, maybe you just didn't have this available. Or, like, rerolls and things. But I could see, yeah, if you're not doing the full, like, system, some of that not being available. Let's see, what other stream announcements? The May challenge video should be up tomorrow. I need to double check all that today, make sure it's good to go. So if you want to check that out over on YouTube. The other stream announcement I had earlier is we are going to switch Wednesdays to our bonus stream. So the sub goal that is below my face, if we hit that, we'll do a stream on Wednesdays. Otherwise, I need to switch back and get some more YouTube time. So that'll be starting here soon. I think those are the biggies. If anyone has any questions, let me know. But I think that'll be a good way to make sure we still get some YouTube content. But you can check that out there. The Ace Attorney series, I also did a new playlist. So if you guys want to binge through Ace Attorney, you can now do that. It's all in a list and you can just go right down the list. We'll add to that as we play more of the games. Thank you, Titan. I'm happy with him so far. Obviously, he'll look very cool with his decals and everything, but we got a lot done today. The bases also add a whole lot, too, when we get that all together. Now that the Termies and this guy are further along, I will probably start the bases here this week. At the very least, get them airbrushed. Made a bunch of progress today. Thank you. Yeah. I love painting characters here on stream. Feels good to get stuff kind of together quickly. Yeah, we'll check, Titan. If we need to maybe cut like that side, we can do that too. I'll have to take a look and see size-wise. I also don't remember. I think they're all the same size on the sheet. I couldn't remember if there were some smaller ones or not, so I will take a look. I guess the other option is if you did want a smaller one, we could take a look and see if the fists have something you want on there instead. But we got lots of time. I usually do decals toward the end altogether, so we got lots of time to figure it out. I'm gonna get some lunch with friends. Sounds good, Panda. We'll see you later. Enjoy lunch. Honestly, I don't think we're too far behind you. I'm kind of getting close on this guy, too, for today, at least. Need to get... I always... missing that little armor plate in there, so we'll get that. A few more touch-ups and things, and then, yeah, I might leave the rest for when he is on the base. That way I can make sure I clean up his little toesies from the base and all of that all together. That's kind of when I do final rounds of stuff that I want to do. Regroup for lunch and come back and probably work on those Terminators here this afternoon. I think I'm caught up admin-wise. I think. Need the new points for 40K. I mean, it sounded like it was this week, so hopefully here soon. At least you know you're not waiting too long. The back of the arm here. We do have the strappies to the backpack we'll get in a moment. But yeah, we're getting down to more of the itty-bitty details left. And the Bladeguard came off his base, ripped a little of the base paint off. Not enough. Not a lot, but enough to see it. Okay, right by the foot. We may want to think about the pinning, because that will prevent that from happening again. Or should prevent it from happening again. I always feel I'm not trying to upsell you, but if we think it's going to be an issue, that might be a consideration. I always feel a little weird when I have to. Part of it is I know that you play a lot, which is great, but a little extra that maybe you wouldn't do for a display model might be worth it, yeah. As far as transport and things like that. So it might be a consideration. There's a little silver that needs to dry before I can wash it and go further. Once I get on the magma bases, I'll be able to put them in a case. That'll help too, yeah. That's true. I guess you can always see that too. Trying to think if there's anything I want to do before we wrap up for today. I'm going to do another coat of yellow. No, I'm not, because it's starting to dry out. I'll save that. We can do a wash on our purity seals. And then I might get some lunch, chat. Tomorrow we will be dead spacing. If you guys want to catch some video games, that will be tomorrow. That's what you guys unlocked with Sub Sunday. So it should be a good time. I've never played Dead Space, so the remake will be my first kind of introduction to it. Is tomorrow. You excited on our first raid, Dead Space? It'll be a good time. Sounds like I shouldn't get lost, so that's good. I got chat to help me, I guess, if I do. Were you brown pants? I think I'll be alright. Alright. Yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap up for today, chat. So here is our Hospitaller. Obviously, we've got decals, final touches, and a base to still go. But we've got a good stopping point here. It is a spoopy game, yes. I guess creepy, scary game. So very big on atmosphere, from my understanding. So that should be fun. But here's what we got with the Imperial Fist. So army is coming along nicely, I think. Hopefully Titan agrees, but I think it's coming along nicely. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. I want to get some lunch and regroup for afternoon of commissions. If you guys want to come hang out in between streams, we've got our Discord. It looks like the other links have made it into chat already, so I'll just give you guys the Discord. You can come hang out, show what you're working on. Otherwise, the YouTube is there if you want to catch VODs, catch up on Ace Attorney, all that good stuff. And then my socials, which I'm going to try and get back to this week. I've been bad again. It's been nice not being on socials, and I need to get back to it. Hang tight. I'm going to look for someone to raid. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you tomorrow for video games. Bye-bye.